What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John and G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming and Our Friends. I am back! All right, now I am here for another Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. It's warmed up a little bit. Don't quite need the whole face mask on right now, but it's still definitely cooler than it was supposed to be, but I don't care. I don't care because I got a game that I've got to tell you about. Now remember, too much alliteration. Tabletop Takeout Tuesday is not really so much of a review of a game, because you know that whatever I'm talking about, I love. This is more about, I want to get this game to the table with some friends of mine that don't know the game, haven't played the game. This is the way I feel that I would be talking about that. This is how I would convince them that this game has to be played. The game I'm talking about today has a lot of meaning to me. I grew up loving Conan. Whether it was the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, the second one, or whether it was the Marvel Comics, Conan the Barbarian, or King Conan, Savage Sword of Conan, anything Conan. Even the Jason Momoa Conan movie wasn't that bad. Well, I love Conan. Now, I know that there was, when I was a D&D player, there was a TSR, the original creators of Dungeons & Dragons came out with a Conan Dungeons & Dragons supplement module. I think it might have been 2 of them, maybe. And I remember getting that and thinking it was so great, it was so awesome. But you know what? It wasn't Conan. No. The Monolith game, which I admit right up front, I have not played the Monolith Conan game. But everything I've read, everything that people have told me about it, it's not Conan. Now the reason I say this is because Conan is not a story about just picking up a sword, grabbing some adventurers, and going out and questing. No, it's not about being a murder hobo. No, Conan is a deeply rich character and a world, the Hyborian world that he's born from, has not, I think, been captured before now. No, not in any game, not in any video game, not in any board game or card game. No. Age of Conan, the board game, is the most Conan game out there. And why do I say that? Let me tell you about this game. So the first thing you got to know is nobody's Conan. No, nobody's Conan. No, you're all playing rulers of the world. The Conan world, right? You're all playing these rulers, and, well, you want to do what any ruler in a fantasy game setting really kind of usually wants to do. Expand! Yes! Make your borders larger. Bring in more people, more taxes. Depending on which nation you're from, more sacrifices. You want more. And you are out to get it. So, at its core, this game is a military conquest style game, similar to Risk and other games I generally don't like. No. These whole area control military strategy games are just, they've never really done it for me. But this is so much different. Yes, it is a military strategy game. Yes, what I said is true. Nobody plays Conan. And I'm sure you're sitting there going, "But Big John, if nobody's playing Conan, how the heck can this be a Conan game?" I said nobody's playing Conan. I didn't say Conan wasn't in the game. Now this is a mechanic for the game that I totally love, and I think you're going to love it too. Yes, nobody is Conan, but Conan is in the game. He is, to put it in a role-playing aspect, he is an NPC, a non-player character. He is a force of nature that is traveling throughout the world while you and the others are trying to conquer it. And this guy, let's face it, to you, he's a schmuck. This schmuck with a big sword is running around, ruining things. Yeah, that really does kind of feel more like a Robert E. Howard novel about Conan than just grabbing a bunch of friends and dungeon delving. Now, you can get to use Conan. There is a bidding mechanism that all the players are going to take part of. So, on a turn-by-turn basis, you can be manipulating Conan. You want to get him to his quest, because that's going to end each age. The game is done in 3 ages. Meanwhile, you can use him to wreak havoc on your opponents. He could go in with his mercenaries. He could leave a band of mercenaries here, there, everywhere in your opponent's way. In fact, if you start a battle and you are in control of Conan, and you have this battle in an area that Conan and his mercenaries are in, yeah, you get that bonus. So this game takes the whole concept, Robert E. Howard's original concept of not just the character Conan, but the entire world, and it puts it in a box beautifully, amazingly so. In fact, I'm not the only one that thinks this. And the reason I say that is because, as far as I know, Age of Conan by Ares Games is the only Conan board game that's actually been given the seal of approval by the Robert E. Howard Foundation. That's right, because this is the Conan world. It's not just some silly game based on one character. I love this game. For someone who doesn't like military strategy conquest games, that says a freaking lot. I could play this game all the time. And what makes this game even better is if you get the expansion, Adventures in Hyboria. Because then it's going to take the Conan character, the NPC, and he's going to totally ramp up what that does in the game and how you control it and how it will advance from being a thief to being a mercenary to being a general. And with each advance, how he becomes helpful changes. It is so appropriate. It is the most appropriate thing I can imagine anyone would do for a board game based on Conan. So, for today's Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, here's a game that you've got to play. If you like strategy military games, you've got to play this. If you like Conan, you're going to have to play this. But if you love the Robert E. Howard version of Conan and his world, you have to get this game. You have to play this game. You will feel like you were in a Robert E. Howard Conan story. In fact, Conan's missions that he's doing while he's going around the world are all taken exactly from original Conan stories. As far as Conan goes, my friends, nothing can beat this. All right, everybody, so that was it. That was the Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. And of course, the game, Conan, the Age of Conan by Ares Games. All right, my friends, I'm your buddy Big John and G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, as you know I am. I'm out of here.